Happy birthday, Dad. It's kind of hard to put 43 years of experiences into a few minutes, so I decided today I was going to go to the highlight reel to let you know about some things that I think about all the time and you may not know. I'll start about some of my earlier memories. I used to absolutely love going to work with you in Manhattan. I love seeing all the computers and still very excited that I think I have one of the first computer generated self-portraits, which I still look at today and think, wow, that was really advanced technology for the time. And I often wonder if that's actually why I got into computers to begin with. It was always a great experience and I was so fascinated by what they could do. I also used to absolutely love our trips to Pennsylvania. I never knew what they were going to entail. It could be something as fun as going to learn how to ride a motorcycle, or it could be a life lesson in learning to really appreciate bathrooms, and especially ones with indoor plumbing. And I know you'll get a kick out of that because I think I still remember the look on your face when I walked into that hunting cabin bathroom. But all in all, it was great. I learned so many things about country life that I loved. I loved to learn how to ride a motorcycle, shoot, just drive through the mountains. I loved being able to fly over those hills and lose your stomach. It was great. Wonderful memories. I also loved going to the Schaefer's and getting that whole taste of life. It was a great contrast to all the experiences I got to have in Manhattan with you. It was, you've always been the consummate tour guide anywhere we go. And so I feel very privileged to have had you to be able to lead me through places like Manhattan and South Beach. Speaking of Manhattan, another thing I think about all the time and I tell people is, through my teenage years, you would give me the color-coded maps and say, whatever you do, don't go past this street. And many times I would walk up to that street and try to look over to see what was over there, but I never, ever, ever went past the colored line. So thank you. Now as an adult, if you gave me that map, I probably would stay several blocks away from that colored line. But it was absolutely a wonderful way to experience the city with some freedom without worrying too much about where I may end up. The other thing you really did that I look back and think this was so cool, you really supported my punk stage up to and including shaving and coloring my hair. It was so much fun and it was a great way for me to just try to express those things a teenager's going through, and I loved going down to the Village, and it was someplace that I felt like I actually fit, and it was great experiences that I had there. A couple things in Manhattan, I think they were some of my first, I don't want to say near-death experiences, but adventures was, I still remember the first time you had me ride a bike through Manhattan following you. I don't know if I've ever pedaled so fast or stayed so close to somebody. I couldn't believe I was actually doing it. And then, a few years later, I drove through Manhattan for the first time. That is a challenge I will never forget. And honestly, if I visit anymore, I will go ahead and take the subway. I like the subway much better than driving through Manhattan. Some other memories that I think of that I only share with you, the Wildlife Sanctuary. I think about that place all the time. And if I ever have the wherewithal to create a place like that, I will. I remember every single circus cage those animals came through, and the big mural on the wall, and the passion that lady had and how selfless she was. Plus, I've never seen somebody who had a baboon as a pet and their pet baboon had a pet cat. I mean, where can you ever see that? We will have to go up sometime and see if that place is still around. I believe it was in Waldo, my first and only time in Waldo. But what an amazing experience. I would do that again and again and again. It's always been great to share that passion with animals with you. Another thing that I don't know that I've ever told you is I think that I learned my dog expertise as a small child in New York with Facciabella, Buster, and Thor. Foch taught me how much a dog could love. I still don't know if I've ever met a dog as sweet as Foch. Thor taught me what it really means for a dog to be protective and that you have to respect that and you never need to bring that out. It's natural and it's powerful. And Buster, to me, was the first time I ever got to learn how to have respect for a dog's way of communicating and how to deal with a more difficult dog. That dog was great to me, and I was always I had a huge intent on having a great relationship with that dog because he was so challenging. And I think that the lessons those three dogs have taught me have given me the ability to work with so many other dogs in the future. I'll take a difficult dog any day and remember the respect that those dogs taught me. And that all came from you. You taught me how to communicate with them, how to love them, and just how awesome they are. And look, now I have Roman. I mean, so obviously that paid off. I also love the love for raptors that we share. I thought, I was the only one who was totally addicted to that eagle cam, but the fact that you took it to school and even showed everybody how they keep their nest clean is pretty cool. And I can't wait to see what happens this year. I hope you've tuned in. They do have 2 eggs so far. Speaking about tuning in, it's always so much fun to watch shows and movies with you. You never ever see them in the same way that I would. You see all these other things. I had to laugh when I was doing this video. I walked around the house going, okay, I better not be in a square doorway. It represents this. A curved doorway represents this. What color am I going to wear? Can I find a place with good lighting? I would have never thought of any of those things. I love the fact that you took me to see The Godfather in the theaters. I mean, what was the likelihood of that? And I can't believe I had never seen it before. And sharing movies like Bowfinger. It's been really fun to think about all these memories and put them on a video. You're a great dad. I love you. Thank you so much for being a wonderful dad. And obviously, I must think you're super great because, look, I actually went and tried to find someone as close to you as possible who would also like to say happy birthday.
Happy 70th birthday, Bob. Greatest father-in-law a guy could ask for. And for giving me the greatest gift ever, the Morning Star. It has been wonderful. It has made my life so happy. I am very, very fortunate. Oh yeah, and Tara. Tara's been very good too. She makes my life happy as well.
Happy birthday.
Love you, Dad. Hope forward to seeing you soon. Have a great 70th birthday.
Bye.